So you know Persona? Alright, so basically I just wanted to just like talk about the game. That's it. Just kind of yap a ton about everything that like I guess I've kind of experienced with the series. So I got five. It would have been I think in like the start of April. It's like a spring sale. I think it was a spring sale. Or maybe that was for three. Anyways, whatever. I played five. And I really liked five. I already did a whole like massive like Instagram caption about five and why and things I liked, things I didn't like. Um, but recently, yesterday on 6/6/2024, I beat three Reload. Um, I think I liked it better than five. Um, Mainly because of the story. I feel like the story in three is simply a lot more. It's a lot better. It interacts with the characters a lot more. The characters I feel are more interesting. Granted, that's because I actually did their social links. I did their stories and whatnot. Whereas in five, I didn't, mainly because in five I didn't really know what I was doing that much. But in three, I had a pretty good gist on how to maximize social link stuff and whatnot. So pretty straightforward. Um, I do think five has better overall gameplay. I guess I found there's a lot more things you can do in five. Um, you know, like the whole underground mall. I swear to, I haven't explored it, like the whole of that. Whereas in three, there's like I guess just less stuff to do in your free time, which is fair. It's on the PS2. It's a PS2 game, right? Persona 5 is at least more modern, even though it's technically PS3, which is actually hilarious, right? But like Royal is upscaled to like modern day, right? Um, yeah, that so there's that, and then confidant like skills, right? Like skills you get from like increasing social links. Those are really good, and I like that a lot. It gives you more of an incentive to actually do it. Um, in three, you just kind of do it, and it's like just a thing. You just have to do it. Like once you max up the social link, you get the maxed out Arcana level thing, whatever. Like that's fine, and like that's cool. But I find that um the way that they have confidant skills in five, I think is really good, and it makes it feel worth doing. So that's that, and then baton passes, being able to give stat buffs as well, really good. Also, really like that. I like baton pass as a concept in general, but I find five does it better by making it giving you attack buffs the more you pass it on, and um, being able to level it up per person so you can like heal and get SP and whatnot. I think that it adds a lot more um, to the mechanic as a whole. So that's that. Um, Overall, both were really, really fun. I do think I give the edge to three just a bit, as I previously said, mainly because of the story. I really like stories in games. I think that's what really sets Xenoblade apart from other games, in my opinion, is just the overall storyline. Each one individually, but then all three together really, really is amazing, and I don't think anything could beat that. It's like, I don't know, One Piece in terms of like fictional stories. But yeah, okay, so now on to Persona games as a whole, and I think this is probably my biggest nitpick um, with like any real Persona game. I think it has to do with the concept of having you as the main character. Um, I think this is mainly because, again, going back to Xenoblade, what they've done, I really like what they do. I like what they do. I know what I like. What they do is really well, and I really like how they do it. This is different, and it's fine. It works in some cases, but in other cases, I don't think it does. Um, the big thing to me is in combat, the fact that your main character. This is for both three and five, by the way. The fact that he always stays on the field. You can't bring him out because he's you. You're the leader. You're the whatever like leader of the Phantom troops of Team C's whatnot, right? Team C's is kind of funny. That's like Mr. Beast. Anyways, like you can't bring him out, and like I don't know. I kind of I'm the thing is with these Persona games, they suck off the main character so much, right? You can't take him off the team. He can have multiple personas, right? From a combat spec perspective, he's there and you can't really do anything about it. Like there are so many times where I'm just like, I don't care about this guy. Um, Let me like have a team without him, so to speak. And I think one of the main things why I don't care about this guy is because he doesn't feel like a character that's interacting with people. I think this is mainly because he doesn't have voice lines. If he spoke, if whenever you select an option, he says something and like he says it or says something that's kind of like it, then I think he would genuinely I would care more about this guy or Joker or whatever. Um uh like they do that in like other games when you're selecting an option. A good example is actually Hogwarts Legacy. I haven't played too much of it, but I really like how if you're given an option, then your character says he doesn't say exactly what you select, but he says something to the same like extent of that. Like if say you select, yeah, sure, sounds good. The character will say like the voice line will come out saying like, all right, sure, I can do that, right? Like it's the same. You're getting across the same point, but you're saying it differently, so it doesn't sound like you're completely repeating yourself. That I think is really well done. If they did that, I swear to, I think I would care about this guy way more. Um, so that's one thing. And the other thing is they bring this up. I don't remember exactly when, but I want to say it's like Elizabeth or Igor or something. Like they mention how you as a character have changed so much from the start. Now, yes, that makes sense. You've gone through a lot of battles. You've met a lot of people. You're level what? You're not level 1 anymore. You're fucking level 99 or right at some point, right? As a as like an avatar, as a unit, as like you know an entity in the world, yes, 100%. You know, you have like your social links, you have your max, you have like your social stats, right? But I don't feel like as a character he grows that much. I don't know if that's because it's me, like I like you. This is like the player sort of thing. I don't know, but I didn't feel the progression. Maybe it's also because I blitzed through the game in like a month and a half, and it's like 110 hours, at least for three. I think I blitzed through five even faster actually. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess going back to how he is in combat. In combat, the way that they have it, like he's always on the field, and like he has a clear advantage, and like you can kind of put anyone on your team. Oh, excuse me, because you're a wild card. Your main character is a wild card. He can be whatever you want, right? Whereas having like specific roles for strategy, I feel it kind of almost negates that. Like I'm gonna go back to Xenoblade all the time, but like the main characters in Xenoblade, they all have their perks that only they can do, and no other character can do. That's normal. That's fine. That's what makes them a protagonist in the story. Um, but they're not overly broken that you feel like you have to use them every time you're in a boss fight. Um, and like that, I feel is really fun with the combat. Whereas now that we're here, they're literally forcing you to use it. I don't know. I personally couldn't care less. I was thinking for like they're doing like Persona 6 at some point, right? I think the way to mitigate this, either A, remove the ability to have multiple personas, which they're not going to do. They can't do that. That's like a huge point of it is like it's kind of like a Pokemon monster collecting thing where you're collecting these monsters. You have your compendium and stuff, and like that's great. They're not going to do that. Makes sense. Other option, just literally make him removable from the party. I don't see an issue with that. Or like make him so that he doesn't feel like a freaking loser. I don't know. Like like I said, they're like, oh, you changed so much. Your like charisma is so high, or your intelligence is so high. he still a fucking doesn't talk, says nothing, right? Like, how can I prefer this guy to someone like Shulk, who actually, you hear him and you hear his struggles, and you're like, oh my god, like, that's just me. I'm nitpicking. Um, or what they do is they give every character, every party member, the ability to have multiple personas. Give everyone their own party, like of Pokemon. I think that would work. I think that'd be good. Granted, you restrict it at least a little bit. I don't know how. Either like let's say Junpei, right? He's your physical attacker, right? He's a physical attacker. He gets crits. He he's great. We all love Junpei. He's like probably the best character in the game by far. Um, let's say like he can summon multiple personas, but they all kind of fall under that um physical attacker build. Grant like say we give like every persona he gets is mainly focused on physical attacking, but like say each one has like a spell that's a different affinity, or like and like a different affinity, like a different like say each one like one will have fire, one will have wind, one will have ice, one will have dark, like all the typings, and then one will have like healing or something or whatever, right? Like give them the ability to kind of customize other party members. That's my opinion. Just like you would the protagonist. That's how I think. I think that would work really well. And then whenever and like in the next game, um, give him like voice lines. Please just give him voice lines. I beg of you. Oh my god. Oh, it's ridiculous. So yeah. Or give the protagonist voice lines. I don't care. Like actual. Don't make him feel like a. I don't like silent protagonist. I'm not huge on silent protagonists. Um, especially in like I guess like modern day games. You know, if it's like a SNES game. I don't know if like Ness is a silent protagonist. I have no idea. I haven't played the game. But like you have silent protagonists in like Pokemon. Yeah, but like in Pokemon, your parties you have like your team of you have like your team of Pokemon, that's like your party, right? As protagonist, as like kind of like the leader that's not really fighting. Like he's fighting technically, but like it's your Pokemon that are like doing combat. I think that works and that's fine. I do think that voice acting in Pokemon would be great. I think would add a lot. They have the money to do it. Game Freak's just fucking lazy. But yeah, anyways. Side protagonist, I'm not too huge on, mainly because I've seen what protagonists can do, i.e., Xenoblade, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy X. Like the pro tags have so much personality, and they could totally have done it in Persona 3 and 5 that they just kind of didn't. And I think that's a lot of missed potential. So, yeah. Um, I think that's all in terms of complaints for like the game, like how the protagonist kind of not it doesn't ruin the game, but like how I feel it kind of falls short compared to other experiences I've played. I still think the gameplay is amazing. Um, the whole like you know life simulator thing where you're forging bonds, you're raising stats, great. Combat, great. It's really fun. The characters, the stuff at least in 3, the characters I really care about. The they really feel like a team. I feel that kind of falls short in 5 a little bit. It's hard to pinpoint exactly why. Mainly because I haven't done like their confidant social link rank ups. But yeah, I'm not too sure. But anyways, okay. I think that's all for that. I do want to go over the ending to P3 a little bit here because I think it really kind of dictated how I feel about it as a whole. Um, after beating the game, I gave it a really high score. I ended up going here. This is what I use to track my games. I gave it 100%. I gave it a 10 out of 10. I genuinely really freaking liked it. It was super fun. Um, like I think I have that's funny. I don't know. Like I have 5 Royals and 95. I think that's fair. and I gave 3 reload a 10, 100%. My biggest downfall was after beating it last night at like 11 p.m. or whatever. You know, it was like awesome. Really like this game. It might be up there with like Xeno 3 and Tears of the Kingdom and like my top echelon of peak. I love it so much. And then I watched some YouTube videos. One of them was like showing all like the bad endings and stuff of the game. Um, and like I kind of went over them all, and I kind of just skipped to the ones in 3, skipped to the ones in 5, and then ignored like the 1, 2, and 4. But and then I saw one that kind of like went over the good endings for them all. And this is, I guess, like an official like spoiler warning if you haven't beat 3, I guess, or 5. I'm probably going to talk about the ending to 5 as well here. I don't know. This is all completely unscripted, but yeah. Okay, I'm gonna talk about the ending to this game. So if you haven't beat it and you care, then go away. Thanks for watching, I guess. Okay, the ending to 3 was really good. I liked it all. Like I said, until I saw a ex- ending explained. It wasn't really ending explained. They just kind of went over it. But I think the fact that you as like your character, the main character, dies right there. The fact that after everything you've done, you die, I think is genuinely probably the stupidest thing they could have done. And I will explain why. Um, the reasoning as to why he dies, you see it at the end of the game, right? You awaken the ultimate arcana or something like that, and you go into fight. You go into like the moon where Nyx is, and through like the power of friendship, kind of like you go in alone. Everyone else is there. Is like, what the hell are you doing? Get back here! Come back! We're gonna do this together. You ignore them. You just go up there, and like so you're there, and then everyone's like, "Here!" Everyone at the party's like, "No, we have to help him." And then like power friendship nonsense happens, and then like you're fine, and like you heal up, and then like you hit it with your sword a few times, and then you have this like ultimate sealing power, right? And if you notice, it does the cost to use this power is it will always be exactly the amount of HP that you have. So like say you have 620 HP, the skill itself will cost 620 HP to use, and that's the only thing you can do. So you pop it. At that time, I was like, oh, I have to use this, and I'm gonna die. Like my character's gonna die, but it's probably gonna mean something in like, you know, in the story. The character's gonna die. Makes sense. Whatever. Sure. I really hope that doesn't happen because that would kind of suck. Anyways, it all happens. You seal up Nyx. Everyone goes down to the bottom of the school. Mm, and then yeah, and then you come out and like everything's fine and everyone's happy. Um, everyone's happy. You save the day. Great. It's cool. The fight with the end, the final boss, the real final boss, like the the fight, like the fight where you seal Nyx is more like it's a cinematic final boss, so to speak. But like the real final boss against like the Harbinger, really good. With like with the 13 Arcana cards, sick as hell. Like even when I was maxed out, like all my characters were maxed out to level 99. I did that. I just went to Tartarus and just fought the Reaper a ton of times. Like it did scare me even then. And it wasn't like super overly difficult, and I do feel that if I didn't overlevel myself, it would have been way harder and way more probably I don't know fulfilling, I guess, from like a gameplay perspective. But anyways, so I went in, whatever, I did that, and so then we cut forward, right? And it's like it turns out that you and Igus remember everything. Everyone else forgets. I don't remember ever explaining that like the main character also remembered everything. I may be wrong in that. The video I watched may have been wrong. I don't know. I feel like I would, but here's the thing. Oh, excuse me. if it's true that like you forget everything, that doesn't make sense. Because here's the thing: if you, the player, are an insert for your character, you, the player, you don't forget anything unless the game can like, oh, boom, magic. You as a you the human playing this game is like suffers amnesia and doesn't remember at all what happened. Great, awesome. That's not what fucking happens. It's not possible. So when your insert character forgets everything, that doesn't feel right because you are the insert. That's you. You don't forget anything. As a player, you don't forget anything. Why does my character do it? If, say, I always do this, go back to Xenoblade, Shulk forgets everything, and you as a player, you're like, oh shit, this is bad, right? Uh-oh, we gotta fix this. When it's literally you, it doesn't feel right to me. Um, that's just that I don't vibe with that. If that, I know that's what happens in the bad ending, but apparently in like the real good ending that I got, that's also the case. So I could be wrong, not too sure. So in the good ending, if you remember everything, makes sense. Great, no issues, no problem. Bad ending, cool, because it's the bad ending, and we don't fuck with the bad ending, right? So that's that. That's cool. Um, Now as for the actual like last scene, right, where you and Igus are up on the school roof, and um, you know, you're up on the school roof, and you and like your friends all kind of show up, and you do your thing, and it's like great. They showed up, you know, and when I played the game, I'm like, oh sweet, I'm up there with Igus, sleeping, whatever. Like it's so nice out. I could fall asleep right now. And it's like, aw, how sweet. It's like a night. We're in peacetime, right? My character is sleeping. It's a thing I kind of I guess correspond with um protagonists. I guess mainly because of like Link. Link always has a thing of start of every game he's asleep somewhere, right? So it's like, oh, cute, cool, whatever. Um, so then I go on, you know, you press the buttons, and it's like either this literally like dot 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 or like close your eyes, right? Whatever. Like, okay, I'm not gonna. I close my eyes, whatever. Sure, sleeping. I'm sleepy. I'm a little sleepy man. And I guess is like, I'll protect you. I'll protect you. Great. Anyways, whatever. Game ends. They all show up at the top, and it's like, oh, nice. And so then I'm thinking, awesome, great. We live happily ever after. Everyone's together. Everyone remembers now. It's great. You know, like I like the ending. Until I watch a video and it turns out, no, you as a character, your character is literally dead. What? What do you mean he died? Why the fuck did he die? I genuinely think it sucks. And the main reason why, the how he, back to like the fight against Nyx where he seals himself, in a game where the whole theme and the whole big thing about it is forging bonds with people. You have your friends to help you and interact with. Great. Then why on God's earth is are you like you by yourself, your main character, the one who goes up to Nyx and just does everything? You single-handedly just save the day. Your friends do nothing. They're fucking down there powerless, doing nothing. That's stupid. I don't like that. And so, yeah, you forge your bonds with people, and you're like, yeah, we're gonna hang out later. We're regular people. Nope. Your character is simply dead. He is dead. He dies. All those things that you were like, yes, with my new friends, we're gonna do. Nope. Doesn't happen. Ah, I don't know. Like, the fact that he dies, I think, takes away from the bonds you like. I don't get it. I don't think it's good. It's just stay alive, and it's like it's great. Um, I guess the only one I can relate it to is five, and with five, it's like it's that same. I feel that's more sad because you know that Joker is going somewhere else. He's leaving his team to go live with back at home where he was before, and everyone's like, "Bye, it's so nice." And like Maruki being the taxi driver, I saw a good comment today about how him being a taxi driver is like really symbolic because of the way how he was kind of you know before he was kind of controlling everyone, and like he kind of dictated everyone's path for them to be as happy as they want. Whereas now him being a taxi driver in the game shows that he will take people where they want to go. Right? He won't decide for them. Like if they say I want to go here, he'll take them there. I think that's really smart, really clever. I think I literally just saw that this morning. That's really sick. Um, and like the ending of that is really nice. He's looking at the train. Akechi's back to life. I hate that part. That's actually stupid. But anyways, enough about that. Three's ending is really good until I learned that you just die. And actually, okay, now that I think about it, this just happened. It's just appeared in my brain. You dying, that does kind of, admittedly, fall in the theme of a character insert, right? You beat the game. You as a player, you're not going to go back to that world, right? The way that Persona games end, it is done. There's no post game more like side quests you can do, kind of like in say Pokemon, right? You beat the game, the story's done. You as a player, you're done with the game, right? Makes sense. So it's interesting how your character in the game as well is also technically gone. Like he dies. I do think thinking about that, literally, literally that came into my mind as I was talking a few minutes ago. That is kind of cool. I do kind of like that. Um, actually, quite a bit. Now that I'm thinking about it more, I I still kind of hate how the importance of bonds are and how the ending is literally just like a solo mission. Again, they do it at the end of five. Um, kind of with Maruki, where your guys are losing your persona powers and then you duke it out Gurren Lagann style. That was so sick. But even against Yaldabaoth, like before all the new royal content, where you get it, where you summon your giant persona and you just he just puts out a fucking finger gun or something, and it's literally God gun of death, and it's seven holy bullets. That is it's that same thing, but I guess it makes more sense to me because in Royal it's all about rebellion, and it's yeah, rebellion. I'm gonna do this myself, sort of thing, right? With my whatever ultimate persona thing, the size of the moon. Um, so yeah, I think the ending was pretty cool. I do wish an actual Nyx fight would have kind of happened, kind of like with Yaldabaoth sort of thing. But I guess it's kind of what the Harbinger was supposed to be. In three. But yeah, overall, the ending for three, I have its problems. I have its problems with it. The bit now where it's you as a player, you're kind of done with the game. Your character dies. As a self insert, makes sense. If it was an actual character, I've kind of been pushing, actual character like Shulk or Rex or Cloud or something, right? And he dies at the end, then I'm gonna think that's stupid. Especially if they make such a big emphasis on bonds and whatnot between party members. Um, I do genuinely think that because there's also DLC. I think there's a separate DLC pack for Persona 3 that's takes place after the game about Aegis or something. And I think that's where they confirm that your character dies. From what I understood, originally it was kind of up for interpretation, if the character dies or not, and then I think they officially confirmed it when they released the DLC for whatever previous game it was. Because there's 5 versions of this game, I think. What? There's the original, there's like a, I think it's called like FES, F-E, I don't know what the hell that means. There's the PSP one, and then now there's Reload, this one. So, yeah, there's this new one, this new, like, ending, not new ending, but like remake, remaster. And I really like it, really good. Yeah, they do really well. Okay, I think spoiler moment over. I think I just want to, I want to go back to kind of talk about the games in general. Um, the recent Persona games I think are really cool, mainly with their like they have a certain kind of like flash and snazz that nothing else has. Um, like if you think about you know your average like I just think about the fucking UI, dude. It's so beautiful. Like hold on, 3R main menu. Like it's genuinely like this is the most like beautiful thing I think. Oh, what's this? That's kind of cool. I think I like this better though. I like this really stylized blue here. This is kind of more similar to 5, where you got like he kind of just throws the menu in your face. I think this is kind of cool. But like no other game kind of has this kind of visual flair that Persona games have, and I think that's really cool and it's really sick. Actually, another visual thing regarding these games. Oh, excuse me, regarding these games that I actually hate. I genuinely think they should stop doing this. They intersplice 2D animated cutscenes, like in a more anime style, into the games. Now, I don't have a problem with that if it's good 2D animation, or like not even like just art, just a good art style. Like let's see. Oh, what the fuck? It's oh, that's fucking hilarious. I don't know. Like this is a cool art style. This looks sick. This is very cool. It looks nice. It looks fun. It looks really high quality. The one that they do that they have for for Persona games, P3R 2D animation. This is not the same. This is not the same at all. And I genuinely think if they gave it, like, this is not it. This is not it. I don't like this. I think if they keep with with like the 3D rendered animations that they have for cutscenes already, just use those everywhere. I think it's so fucking good. I think it's so much better if they just use those and not this. That's just me. I don't really see any examples of it here. Um, but like even like the battle, like their battle things, they're like this. The battle sprites, renders, rigs, whatever. Like these are still really high quality and really good. It's probably what they use for cutscenes. Actually, now that I think about it, like ditch the 2D. It doesn't look good. Anytime like it's weird. Whenever like they kind of like switch between them, sort of thing. Like you'll see a 3D cutscene and then a 2D cutscene right after. I don't like it. Not at all. I don't like it. Not at all. Okay, sorry reference. But yeah, so I do genuinely think that the 2D thing it just takes away like a good chunk of quality, and like it's weird whenever it kind of flips between them. So that's that. I don't think it's good. I hope they get rid of it in 6 or whatever new Persona games they do. But yeah, yeah. I'm not sure there's anything else I really want to add to this kind of whole rant discussion thing. I do think they're really fun games. Um, they, ooh, this is cool. I heard that. Yeah, I heard they made movies about like of the game. There's like 4 movies, just going over the game story. It's pretty sick. Theurgies are really cool. They're basically like limit breaks, so to speak, where you just kind of they charge up and then you use them and it's like a big attack over time. They charge over time, big attack sort of thing. Um, yeah, I guess okay. Let's go into the characters a bit. Actually, fuck it. Let's make a tier list. Let's make a fucking tier list. Persona character tier list, and we'll go over every single one. Hopefully they have like one for like 3, 4, 5. I hope. Why isn't it searching? I'd want one for 3, 4, and 5, and I'll just skip the characters from 4. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. Oh, we got every single confidant too. Okay. I'm probably gonna not do the confidants either. Okay. Let's start with 5. The main characters from 5. No. We'll start with 3 because they're fresher in my mind. There is one guaranteed S tier is Junpei. Junpei as a character is really freaking good. I will not go into spoilers, but he has generally some of the greatest developments in like fiction. I'm not even kidding. This guy is so good. If you don't like him, I think you're dumb. He's the chillest human ever. He's the ultimate best friend. Like, I nothing can like really dissuade that from me. Let's see. Anyone else I think is S tier? I think Yucatan is S tier. This is not a bias because I romanced her. I genuinely think that her social link is really freaking good. Also, Mitsuru is S tier. Her social link is also bloody fantastic. I'm genuinely shocked. I was shocked. I was like, rich girl. No. Yes, rich girl, but holy shit, there's so much more. It's ridiculous. Oh yeah. Let's see. Aki. I think we put Aki. Oh, that's not Aki. Who the fuck are you? Where'd Aki go? There he is. Akihiko, I think, goes A. Fuka goes A. I like Fuka a lot. I don't think I would like Fuka that much. Her social link is also really fun. She's really sick. Aki is also, I think, because of this guy. These two, ultimate tag team duos. I think I might even put him in S. I like this guy a lot. Shinjiro Aragaki, my homie. Now we'll not go into spoilers, but certain events take place regarding these characters and this character. They kind of allude to it in this with Amada. I think Amada B. They allude to it with Shinji, Aki, and Amada in the opening for the series. Like they have the scene where they're like on the train together and like swapping places. So they kind of have like some lore that goes into it, and I freaked out. Like, that was one of the craziest moments I think in any game I've experienced. It was probably up there with like Xenoblade 3 Chapter 5, which if you know, you know. I guess I'll admit I liked her a lot by the end of the game, the last scene where the very end, where it's just you and Igus on just chilling out. Not gonna go super into spoilers here, but final scene with her is really, really good. I liked it a lot. Koromaru, hold on. I saw a post like this already. Koromaru was a Difa dog. Difa dog. I don't know. Like it's, dude, it's a dog. It's literally like a dog that can think. That's on your team. That's really cool. There obviously isn't much character wise that you could do with him because he's a dog and he can't talk. But like, and like the most you get out of him is like he looks really energetic and energized, obviously. But it's like, dude, it's like this is it's such a diverse lineup here. Like, I think that's what they do really well. I see like Final Fantasy or they make a big deal of that. I guess in the original Xenoblade again, it's like having like a really diverse party is what makes it really feel special. I do think that's kind of where the Persona 5 cast kind of falls short because you'll really like it's a bunch of high school students and a cat. Like they're all students that kind of go to school, right? Not Futaba, I guess, but she's just a fucking incel and a cat and a weird cat. So yeah, that's that. And then we have the protag. As I've said, I have my qualms with the protagonist as a character, so I'm putting him here. I don't give a shit. I'll put him B. I'll put him B. I don't care. I didn't. I'm not huge on it, as y'all know. So in terms of the social link, I don't really care. They don't really have much. Oh, I guess we could do like Strega, no? I know this is the female MC that isn't in that isn't in Reload. Kind of crazy. Okay, sure. Let's do Strega. Takaya, pretty cool. A. This guy, pretty forgettable. Not gonna lie. C. Chidori, top of A. Top of A. I will not go into details why, but she's really sick. Really cool. Okay, I think that's all for 3. Um, these are all just other social links, which I don't really care to get into. Okay, we'll mention a few. Mamoru's was his was really good. Is that it? You fucking kidding me? Is that all? This is the only one I can actually say is like pretty fucking fire. His was funny. Actually, his was really good. The Tanaka's Amazing Commodities guy, really good. And then I guess we'll go like this guy. Your main like Kenji, your main kind of friend character, pretty cool. Okay, on to Persona 5. Um, I think there is. I think I've made a tier list already for this somewhere at some point. The only S tier character I have is Ryuji, and that is kind of sad because I think it could have been so much better. I think I have Joker. I'll probably put Joker in B because same deal. He's the protagonist. He has his issues. I will say that the ending, at least with him, was a little bit more cooler than this guy's. I guess we'll put him at the top. I'm not gonna fucking order this. Morgana. I don't really care for Morgana. I'm gonna be honest. He's cool. He's like a little. He's a cat thing. Overall, I don't really give a shit. I never really cared for him. He was just kind of there. He was your guy that kind of, was like, hello, I'm here, right? I could never really get into it. I think he goes and see. I probably my least favorite character in the cast for 5. What was it? Oh yeah, okay. I kind of mentioned this, but I completely went off on a tangent. Um, I mentioned how like the 5 cast is a team as a group of it's a group of high schoolers, right? Whereas in 3, you have your high schoolers, but one of them's a delinquent, one of them's a robot, one of them's not a high schooler. He's an elementary schooler. He's literally a kid, and the other one is just a dog that can't talk. It's literally like think of like your pet dog at home fighting shadows with a knife, and he could summon his inner self to use like curse attacks. That's ridiculous. I mentioned this again, kind of like with Xenoblade. It was Xenoblade 1. They make it a really big, um, it's a really huge deal that like your team includes Homs, which are like humans, a High Entia, and an Opon. Like it's like 3 distinct races interacting with each other in this party, and they do that a lot with think of yeah, I guess like Final Fantasy does it a lot, right? You have like a fucking Red 13, Kate Sith. I'm missing people. You have an old man Sid is just fucking like like I find diversity in parties is really good. The way that Persona kind of works, they've kind of drawn this. Not, they've kind of like dug themselves into a hole of you're a high schooler in like the modern day. It'd be weird to interact with fucking adults and like that. They're in your party. I get that. That makes sense. But I feel you look at the 5 diversity at least between 3 and 5. Come on now. I think diversity really makes it. Okay, enough of that tangent. On I will admit I can't really do these much, mainly because um I really can't do them as much justice, mainly because the only one I think I actually ranked up max was Ryuji. I guess it Akechi. And I think I did Samira as well. I'm pretty sure I did her too. I could be wrong, but I think Akechi goes in I'll put him B. I hate the fucking ending. He should stay dead, bro. He should fucking stay dead. Why? He died at the end. It was so cool. It was like it went on a fucking blaze of glory, and then nope. Oh man. Okay, A tier. I think we do. I think on. Okay, no. Makoto's definitely goes A tier. Futaba B. Don't really care. Haru don't really care. Um, on I think we'll put A. Yusuke be. I like Sumire slash Kasumi. Really liked her storyline. Really good. All these guys, I never really was huge. Granted, I'll point this out. I didn't get a chance. Like I said, I didn't do. The only social link I actually maxed out was Ryuji's. Um, Granted, I like whenever I play through 5 again, I'm obviously I'm gonna know what I'm doing, right? I'm gonna try to max them all out, like even all these guys down here. But I do think that the characters themselves I wasn't too into, and because of that, I didn't want to do their social links as frequently, so to speak. Um, they will probably all go up once I clear their stories, which makes sense. But as it stands right now, like these three, I never really had much affinity for as characters, so to speak. That's just me. Ryuji's always the goat. He ran up a sinking ship like the fucking Titanic and saved everyone. That was really cool. That was the coolest thing anyone in the game's done, besides maybe fucking the ending of the base game. So yeah. Any other characters here that I guess should warrant ranking? Uh, you know why? Of course I did to the teacher. It's funny. Um, okay. I kind of want to rank social links now. Actually, no, I don't. I don't care. Okay, if I rank a social link, it's because I really like them. Where was he? Uh, he goes up here. No, I'm not doing this shit. I give up. I like Kawakami. I liked hers. I liked. Uh, um, hers was cool. His is actually really cool. That's about it. These were all villains. And just like random insert characters. No, there is one 5 character that gets a ranking. This fucker. Maruki is amazing. I haven't played 5. I won't yap about it, but genuinely, really freaking good. Um, Good character, good villain for the end of the game. Final fight was amazing. Oh man. And with that, I think that's the tier list. I don't know when I'll ever play 4. I'll probably play 4 whenever it gets remade. Because I'm gonna be dead honest, I hate this art style. They have some here too for like the older games that aren't like some of these sprites aren't updated. Like I think this one. That one and I think these ones, I don't like it. If you look at fucking hold on. E3 Akihiko. If we can this is this picture. This I hate it. Ew. He looks so stupid. I hate him. He looks so bad. And then you look at this and like, yes, that's my dog. That's my dog. That is not it. He's also in Blaze Blue. That's so cool. This is not the same guy. You cannot convince me this is the same fucking person. So yeah. Um. Okay, I think it's a pretty I think I'm pretty fine with this list, admittedly. Um. I think the protags, yeah, the protags need more. Protags do not need to be fucking self-insert. That's just my opinion, though. Yeah, okay, I think that's all for my, I guess, Persona rant. I ended up yapping for about 50 minutes. Wow. That's crazy. That's funny. I don't know. Before I would like, I remember when I talk about a game, I would make I would put a post on like my private Instagram story whenever I'd beat a game, and I'd like just fucking go for like so long in like a caption. I don't know. I like this better. It allowed me to talk about the game series as a whole more, um, and whatnot. But yeah, and just kind of go over everything that I liked. So yeah, no, I like doing this. I think this game. I'm gonna actually have to go back and give it a 95. So I gave it a 100 before. No, I need to think about it more. I just mentioned that. Yeah. No. Never mind. If you were here for the spoiler part, you'll know why I might have just changed my mind out of that. On that low-key. Oh, dude, I actually kind of like it now. Oh, fuck. Oh, dude, they've done it again. I'm sorry, I'm having an epiphany right now. Holy shit. What I actually think about the end of this game. But yeah, nah. Okay, I think it's actually a pretty confident, like, 100% list. How many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Granted, this and this are DLC expansions, so they don't really count. This doesn't really count either. What the fuck? Like, Pokemon Showdown, Torna, and Future Redeemed don't really count, so I technically have 7 games I consider 10 out of 10s. Being Final Fantasy VII for the Nintendo Switch. That's a lie. And I played it on Switch, so that's why it counts there. So yeah, FF7, Three Houses. Generally love Three Houses. That's a game that has a silent protagonist really well, I think, in my opinion. I think it really works because at the very end, when you romance someone, you only romance them at the very end of the game. Like I think it's either right before the final fight or right after the final fight, and like you feel the growth because at the very end, like this is the final battle, right? Big deal. And it's also I think because fights in Fire Emblem take way longer. Like I forget to get through a full fight, like a full like chapter map. Fuck. The long ones literally take you an hour to like just to go from start to finish, just because of how like the combat works. It's really fun. Plus, there's 3 routes. You play the game 3 times. It's 3 different stories. It's amazing. 3-3 reload. I think I'm gonna keep it at 100. I think I'm gonna keep it at 100. I genuinely do. I think I will. Splat 3. Out of bias. Not out of bias. No, kind of out of bias. How many hours do I have in the game? Let me see. I know I have a lot. 865 hours. That's more than any game I've done by a long shot. The only one I have more, actually, right here, Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm looking here on my Switch. Smash Ultimate, I have 700. SWAT 3, I have 865. It's kind of terrifying because I played Splat 2 for a lot of its life. A lot, and I had 500 hours. I had 500 hours within 1 year of the game of Splat 3 being out, so. And I thought I'd have less time to play games when I started college. So yeah, so that's Splat 3. Tears of the Kingdom, I think all time, bro. Like, you can't. It's Zelda. Breath of the King. Tears of the Wild. Wow. Okay. Breath of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, you can't beat it. It's just fucking amazing. I have Xenoblade 1. I have Xenoblade 3. I think I have Xenoblade 2 just down here at a 95 as well. This is like a flipper flopper kind of like. This could go either way as well. But yeah. Okay, I'm kind of exposing my list here. If you want to see it, I don't know, like message me. I'll send you the whole list. I don't really give a shit. But yeah, like Xenoblade 3, Xenoblade 1, 7 remake. 7 Rebirth is hopefully gonna come out soon on PC. I'm hoping. So then I'll definitely play that. Probably like it a lot. I hope I like it a lot. People seem to like it a lot. 10 Barracks probably go down. Great. Alright, I'm more exposing myself. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep 3 reload here. But yeah, I think that is all I have for today. For this, turn into what 54 minutes of me yapping, if not more. So, yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Moral of the story: if you want video games to waste your life on, not waste your life, but like really like take up a lot of time, try out Persona if you have a good computer, lying around. Like if you have like I'm using my gaming laptop, right? Like it's not a super computer like super big spec'd out for gaming. It's pretty like I bought it like it would have been like 3 years ago now, just for like school and basic like GameCube emulation. You know, I genuinely think they're really fun. If you're in JRPGs that are pretty long, they definitely suck your time out. I have 100. I think it took me 135 for 5 Royal, and I think I clocked in 3 Reload at 110. So both really long games, but they feel really good to finish. It's really fun. Um, yeah, I think that's all I gotta say for now. Um, shout out to the to the boys that told me to play this game because they knew I'd like it, and I absolutely do. That's all I can say. Until then, I guess I will, I don't know, talk about Persona again when 4 gets remade or 6 comes out. I don't know. Probably not going to replay these games anytime soon. They're so long. Alright, well, that's all from me, bosses. Have a good one. Thank you for watching. Bye!